the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
Hey, it's your boy Miguel Z with the Value of Wrestling New Japan Rebound Podcast. I have a guest for you, folks.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, man, shout out to Value of Wrestling. I'm right here with the Big O's, San Jose. We're going to shut the shit down. Love and respect, though, right? Value of Wrestling. Hello.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Oh, you didn't know? I hope you get ready. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday, March 3rd, 2024, and it's the biggest Sunday of 2024 so far because, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we get to sit down and crack a whole 12-pack open as we get to sit through 5, 6, 7, I don't know how many hours of AEW Revolution tonight. The AEW Revolution starts at 5 o'clock with a pre-show starting at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. Remember that all the time when we talk about times here. We're generally talking about Pacific Standard Times because we are West Coast. We are West Coast born. Well, we were West Coast raised. Not all of us were West Coast born. I can't say that, darn it. Lottie, like the party. Welcome to the Value of Wrestling. Welcome to your weekly Roundup podcast right here on YouTube. The three-man team is here. The power trip is ready. We're going to bring you everything that's going down in this week of professional wrestling. We're going to talk about what's happened, what's going on, what we see coming forward. We're going to break down AEW Revolution with some thoughts and predictions. And then later on tonight, we'll be back with a whole wrap-up show, a post-show, a review show, a show of... Hi, caramba, but we'll be talking about that. But let's get into the introductions. Of course, you know first, he's right there. He's the legend, the myth, the don't be the Vince McMahon.
Oh, man.
Our New Japan Pro Wrestling expert, the man with all the connections, the one, the only.
Miguel Z.
Oh, you know, and you know me. I do it like I do it, and I do it better than most. I am the one, I am the only, I am the Big Tyme, and we are here live and in living color. And I'm not talking about the 1990s TV show where Fire Marshal Bill came to life. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
That was a great show.
And we're not talking about the band that plays this song for CM Punk either, so... Those are two separate entities in their own right. Anyways, here we are. Welcome to the show. Please join us in the chat. Join along with the conversation. Share your opinions and thoughts while you're watching along. We love your feedback, and we're always interested in what you have to say. Boy, oh boy, gentlemen, how are we feeling about this week in wrestling? I'm going to give the floor right off the bat to Mr. Clarke. Tell me what you think about this week in wrestling in a summary and how you're feeling about today.
Man, a lot of it has just been, it's not been bad wrestling, but it's been like, we're just maintaining just to kind of get to WrestleMania. It's been lots of possibilities, but not quite hitting it to rev up that fandom. I'm just like, wow, we're on the road to WrestleMania. Why aren't we more intense? I mean, there's, like I said, hits and misses throughout the week, I guess is the way I'm looking at it as.
Yes. Mr. Z, your thoughts? And that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. What else am I going to be? Excited? They haven't done anything.
I mean, you should be excited because breaking news is saying we just had Will Ospreay officially debut on Dynamite as a member of the AEW as a member of the AEW roster. It's all elite.
Looking like
he
a
made his
12-year-old going to school. That is not the Will Ospreay I wanted
Hey,
to see.
I can't help he came out in great green tracksuit, skipping to the ring like he was a lost Oompa Loompa that got out of the factory. I can't help it that he was ready to play Star-Lord in the next Guardian of the Galaxy. I don't know what to tell you there, but it was his official debut as an all-elite member. Yes, he's been on AEW programming before, but this was his official debut as a member of the roster. And the breaking news is next week, your favorite is supposed to make their debut as the Changemaker. I mean, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, should be live on next week's Dynamite.
You really want to get me started
I'm telling you the facts. Not trying to get you revved up. I'm just telling you what Tony Khan reported.
Revved up. I got words for this man. Someone needs to grab that dude by the ankles, shake him for change, and tell him do better.
Well, then you're going to wind up like CM Punk and get fired.
That's fine by me, but CM Punk should have choked him out at this point. Oh, jeez. Goodness.
And then the week after that, we're supposed to get the big I can talk, I promise. We're going to get the big debut, a big business, a big money. We're going to get Mercedes Moné's debut on the 15th show. So this Dynamite coming up, Okada. The one after that, Mercedes Moné. The stage should be set for AEW to be greater than it's ever been in the world of Tony Khan. Following those rumors, it seems like Will Ospreay has quite a stacked deck with him, as names for him to wrestle will be Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adam Page, Orange Cassidy, and Okada. A lot of the rumors feel that Will Ospreay will start a feud after tonight with Takeshita, that he will start feuding with one Orange Cassidy. That'll be a starter feud, and possibly winning or having a feud with Swerve Strickland going into All In. And
Tony, this isn't New Japan. You can't redo this. Do not kill it. My kid's seen the greatest final match of Will Ospreay in the States, and you're going to kill it.
Well, he's going against Takeshita tonight, but there's big plans for him and Okada to revive their feud in AEW.
I wonder if Tony feels like he's getting his inner Vince on, because he's going to kill it. He's going to kill his creation.
If he hasn't already.
Right.
But yeah, that's the big breaking news there. I mean, Okada and Will Ospreay look like they're headed for a feud in AEW. So, I mean, we can relive New Japan right here in the good old USA.
Yeah, we did that during the pandemic. It was called New Japan Strong. AEW will never be New Japan.
No.
Hey, yeah.
That's where Moxley had probably the greatest match with Kenta, was during the pandemic for the U.S. title. Best match I've ever seen in Moxley's career. Now we going to Bloodbath McGrath over there, and yeah.
So, other big news, it looks like AEW is possibly getting really close to a new agreement with Warner Brothers Discovery for media rights. It's being reported within the last 24 hours that they're getting closer to a brand new deal to keep AEW on TBS TNT with Warner Brothers Discovery, possibly that streaming service, possibly. I guess there's not a full show that they're talking about, but AEW Dynasty is supposed to be a pay-per-view sometime between Revolution and Double or Nothing. So
watch Netflix. Sorry.
We may be getting an April pay-per-view, AEW Dynasty. A lot of people hinting that Dynasty is going to be the resurfacing of MJF, which I guess AEW needs MJF because there's not really exciting to watch on there, and everything else is kind of stagnant. Of course, I think AEW's dropped the ball, or everybody's dropped the ball in this. What happened to the bidding war of 2024? We've heard nothing about this. And I'm like, he's off TV. We know he's injured and healing, but why wouldn't we be playing this up off screen? I mean, why wouldn't you be like, yeah, let's talk about this. Let's keep this circulating. You know, I don't get why Tony isn't going, we're working with MJF. Once he healed, we hope to have him back here, but we don't know. I mean, why wouldn't you play this storyline up? It went dead. We spent, a year talking about it and bringing it to this contention. January 1st hits, he goes away, and nothing. It's about as dead as the Undisputed Kingdom. and by the way, is Wardlow still a member of the Undisputed Kingdom? I'm not really sure. He seems to be off doing his own thing. Like,
he'll wear the shirt, but yeah.
Now he wears the shirt.
He did that with the Pinnacle. He wore the shirt, and that was it. Just a poster boy.
Oh, he's going to be. And sadly, oh, God. I don't know. We'll get into the predictions about that tonight, but that's a whole different story. But, yeah.
Well, it's no longer a meat match. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, that's because Tony Khan wanted to put Miro and Keith Lee in it, but they're both supposedly injured, so he couldn't do his meat match, so then he had to change it up. And so what winds up happening is we get Chris Jericho and Dante Martin and Magnus And not the good Magnus from TNA. We get Magnus under a mask from CMLL.
So we went from a meat match to scrambled eggs. I mean, a scramble match. I guess it's protein either way, but
we went from what would have made Mr. Miguel there happy in a big slappy meat match to dog poo poo in a bag.
It made the kids happy because they find that the meat joke's funny. So they're teenagers. Go figure. And why is Jericho still on my TV? With that seemed to disappear real quick.
Well, Jericho just had an absolutely great match with what's his name, Atlantis. One of the best matches ever. Atlantis Jr. Excuse me. One of the best matches ever for. I'm not saying I'm saying this. I'm just telling you what the rest of the world's out here talking about.
That's because the rest of them marks. Never mind.
Like we're not marks. Not only do we watch this stuff, we talk about it. I mean, how much more market can you get?
The rest. Okay, the rest of them. Oh, by the way, guys, did you guys get my photo in the chat of a certain individual airport jumping for pictures?
Oh, well, I mean, we saw the picture, but for some of us, we don't know who either of the people are in the picture, so it doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah. No, I was sending that because the guy in the back looked like he was very thrilled to have a wrestler sign whatever he was doing, but it looked like early morning at the airport. And I'm like, dude, this is not cool.
Oh, here's another news story. It looks like Kevin Nash recently came out and cleared up the air because there was a lot of talks that WWE had stopped him from being able to go to Sting's last match. And Kevin Nash came out and said, No. I'm a WWE guy. I don't need to go to AEW and be sitting in the audience and have a all elite under me. He's like, I've been a WWE guy all my life. I don't need that. So Kevin Nash coming out and clear the air. He doesn't want to be around the people, which I totally get. I mean, it takes a lot for me to want to go out to a show and be around people. So I get Kevin Nash is pretty much like, I love Sting, but I don't even want to be around the people. So it isn't WWE that ever said Nash couldn't or didn't want Nash to go. Nash is just saying, the big part of that was really he doesn't want to go. He just doesn't want to deal with the crowds. He loves Sting, and he'll watch it from home, but he has no desire to get out in the crowd. He calls himself a hermit, a very big hermit, but he's a hermit. And the other aspect of that is he knows that he's been a WWE guy all his life. He's a solid WWE guy, and he doesn't want to show up and get an All Elite banner under his name. And it's part of that look, and I totally understand that.
Well, that's completely understandable. I mean, the man's been through a lot in the past couple of years in his personal life too. It's like I get it, and I respect him for that. It could be a reason why he could have went. I mean, hell, his good friend and brother in arms was the reason behind the Crow Sting gimmick to show respect.
Yeah, you gotta back up now because Sting has supposedly came out in an interview and said that the Crow was never a part of what his makeup was, that he got no inspiration and still has never seen the movie.
Well, either way, we go with the facts that we have on our table, guys. I mean,
well, this is like coming from Sting's like a report. Sting saying, I mean, I don't know. I thought Sting said, he got that idea from Scott Hall. Originally said,
Either way, Sting, you've been in the business forever. We applaud you. We're looking forward to. We're trying to look forward to your final match, but I mean, the Tampon Bucks is not what I was hoping for.
So Lex Luger was asked, "Are you going to his retirement match?" And I see nothing here that gives me a direction in that. Okay, he gave a thumbs up, so I guess Lex Luger will be. I guess he confirmed himself with a thumbs up. He will be going to he'll be there tonight in attendance somewhere. I know Luger is under a WWE Legends deal of some sort. He has been added to he is in the new WWE, confirmed to be in the new WWE 2K24 game that comes out March 5th. So this Tuesday. Sorry, I take that back.
I gotta go.
It officially comes out March 8th, but if you pre-ordered one of the Lexus Edition or WrestleMania Edition, you'll be able to start playing March 5th. I take that back.
I gotta ask you though, are we getting the narcissist or are we getting the all-American?
We're getting USA. We're getting USA Lex Luger.
Oh.
We're getting the USA Lex Luger.
I only wanted the narcissist one because like the entrance was really cool at WrestleManias with the mirrors.
Well, and with that, and Bobby Heenan's supposed to be in there as a manager, so that would have been great. And the fact that Mr. Perfect's back in the game after a long time, Mr. Perfect and the narcissist had a great feud briefly there, but the narcissist gimmick never really lasted. They never really did anything great with it. They introduced it, I believe, at the Royal Rumble that year prior to WrestleMania 9. He had the match at WrestleMania 9. I believe against Tatanka. I have to go back and watch it. And then I think he had a brief feud with Mr. Perfect. And then he showed up on the USS Intrepid and body slammed Yokozuna. They tried to set him up as the new Hulk Hogan. He was riding that high. It didn't work out. Then he became a tag team with the British Bulldog and the Allied Powers. And then he jumped ship on a handshake agreement with Vince. And then he showed up on WCW on the first ever Monday Nitro live from the mall in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Mall of America. God, the weird facts I know in my head, off the top of my head, that can just be
my kids
out.
have been there. Did you know that an indie show ran a lightweight show at the Malls of America last year? I think
the Mall of America's had many wrestling shows over the years of its existence, so that doesn't surprise me at all. But it looks like Luger will be there tonight. Nash has clarified that he won't be there for his reasons, and that makes sense. So I mean, you can't be too mad about that.
I got one here, and this cracks me up because we're gonna sit there and chop him off at one point, Mr. Safety Scissors, as you would like to call him. But there is a video that I found of one Jay White when he meant something, and Josh Barnett wanted to knock the bricks off of him. So that's the Jay White I want to remember as the complete switchblade. But
yep. Well, Jay White used to be a switchblade, but now he's a pair of safety scissors that you get in kindergarten class.
Again, if you want memories, you have to subscribe to NJPW World.
And the memory remains. Let's throw Matt Tower.
If you want to hear more, you just join me on Tuesdays where I just, let everyone have it at one point on the Rebound. Right here on YouTube. No.
Anyways, Kevin Kelly goes on an X-rant after being removed from commentary on Collision. He goes on unhinged rants after being replaced on commentary. Let's see here, which is the always gets that. He was basically asked why he wasn't there. His statements are, when you go out of your way to intentionally mischaracterize my raising awareness of the global horrors of child trafficking to a fringe conspiracy theory that everyone knows is bullshit in order to hurt my career and standing in the industry is very least in liberalist. I don't know. I keep asking why, but get pushed aside. It's okay because there is no one better than me. Ask the ones that know, they'll tell you. But the idea of what I bring to the table is lost there because Ian me. So I sit on the bench, valued by my peers, waiting for my number to get called. It looks like he's been removed after some controversial statements, and Kevin Kelly went on an X rant. That was some of what he said in that X rant. So yeah. Tiffany Snitch. Sunny days making news as she claims fans are seeking to buy her autographed underwear on eBay.
What the? Wasn't she taking pictures with fans in her bed?
For a while, yeah.
Emily Lynn Snitch, a WWE Hall.
I personally know somebody that paid for that, but I'm just saying.
Emily Lynn Snitch, a WWE Hall of Famer, has unfortunately been entangled in legal troubles over the years, recently in the fatal three-car crash in 2022, which resulted in a 17-year prison sentence due to a DUI, partly being DUI, but also killing somebody in that. One particular bizarre interaction involved a fan requesting Snitch's personal ID to sell on eBay to request Snitch promptly denied. Even more astonishing, fans plea for Snitch to sign her underwear for sale on her online marketplace. I guess Snitch said, one girl asked me for my personal ID for me to sign it so she could take it home and sell it on eBay. And I said no. And then another girl, believe it or not, has the balls to ask me for my underwear. She wanted me to sign my underwear so she could bring them home and sell them on eBay. So Tammy not trying to sell her underwear on eBay, but other people wanting to get her, other females wanting to get her underwear signed and put on eBay. Hopefully, we haven't decided if they were used or non-used. It was just underwear, so, who knows. Sonny, you know you want me. You know you want me, yes. In other news, Sonny also making controversial statements as she compares one Janelle Grant to Stephanie McMahon and how similar they look, hinting at a incestuous ideology by a former board of directors within WWE. So it's really trying to stir the pot up. I don't know. You can look at Janelle Grant and look at a younger picture of Stephanie McMahon. You know, at one point there was a storyline where Stephanie was supposed to be involved in a situation with her father. That didn't happen, but we know there was a storyline that was thrown out there many years ago from many different sources. So yeah. Crazy. Even though Tammy does say that the board of directors there never made her feel inappropriate or come at her in any appropriate way, the innuendo is still there.
He hasn't even been around for the TKO board of directors.
Well, we have a new TKO board of directors as it was announced on Friday. It wasn't announced on SmackDown, but in the 21-minute video by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he pretty much said, "I'm the board of directors." I don't know. It's not like he's saying he took Vince's spot. I don't know what the factual statements is that, but the way he made it sound was definitely sounding like he owns all his name and is in charge and is the boss of everybody. So,
let's not forget he's still involved with that football league. He just merged with. They just merged the UFL.
Well, they just merged the XFL with the USFL. The summer or the spring summer league will be coming back. We'll have to see what they're going to do with that. I don't know how much he has invested in direct. I don't know if he's more of just he sold it. He's making money off of it because he's part of it, or if he's going to be actually actively into it. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, I had one loan request from my wife because she's supposed to be going to visit my in-laws. Her mom and dad in Missouri. I was like, please bring me back a Battlehawks shirt. So at least I have something that looks interesting from that place.
So WWE come out and announce that Roadblock will take place, and not Roadblock, the WCW wrestler. No. We're talking about the pay-per-view event, Roadblock. We're not talking about the big
wrestling Roadblock.
Yes, he came out with the sign over his shoulders. He was one of those big bad guys. I think he played like Loch Ness or a couple other different characters, but at one point he was Roadblock and he carried one of those road things, the hazard things. I forget the barricades with the light on it. He carried it over his shoulder. He came down the ring. It was a brief-lived gimmick.
He kind of looked like Bastion Booger or what?
Oh, yeah. Anyways, at NXT Roadblock on March 5th, so it'll be a special NXT. The Kabuki Warriors are going to be there to defend their titles against Lyra Valkyrie and Tatum Paxley. The tag team titles will be on the line as Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker will take on Chase Hughes, Andrade Chase, and Duke Hudson. And we have the winner will be facing Ilya Dragunov at Stand and Deliver. Tony D'Angelo will take on Carmelo Hayes. And in silent match, we have Dijak taking on Joe Gacy. And I hope somebody in the background is listening at the Miguel house there, because it is reported that new NXT superstar will make his in-ring debut at NXT Roadblock as Sean Spears will make his in-ring return to NXT.
Your boy's back.
On Tuesday night. NXT. Thought that would be breaking news for some people. The Perfect 10 chairman is now all NXT.
I got one right here. We are 6 weeks away. One X-Division champ, Mustafa Ali, will be taking on Mustafa Ali will be taking on Hiromu Takahashi at Battle in Chicago. So we're gonna get a New Japan debut of one Mustafa Ali. That is gonna be a good one.
Yes. And in other news, it looks like Nick Nemeth, the most wanted man in professional wrestling, wants to defend his IWGP Global title against the one, the only Will Ospreay. Hopefully not the AEW version that we're probably going to get.
Yeah, I'll be speaking of New Japan. I'm gonna just jump on one real quick. Next on Wednesday, we'll start the New Japan Cup. I'll be breaking down on Tuesday the bracket and giving you my thoughts on who the winner might be, because Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, Tuesday night is when the New Japan Cup starts. We'll have the round one of the brackets.
Nice.
And every former Final Four member of last year's has a bye. So they'll be waiting for an opponent. What if ZSJ will back up and go back-to-back this year? That'd be a good one.
Well, gosh darn it, if Cody can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, but ZSJ's more of a badass, let's be honest here.
Well, and that is all you're going to get this week on Tuesday for your New Japan Rebound podcast with Mr. Miguel Z. So make sure you're there to check out all that. Get your updates on New Japan Pro Wrestling, because New Japan
got one more. I got one more. This is the match that everyone's been waiting for. Shota Umino, Jack Perry, round one.
The Scapegoat. You got to remember that's the name. That's the new name. The Scapegoat, Jack Perry.
I didn't say his other name, but I did see a video of him, I guess a few weeks ago. He set himself on fire during a promo video.
Ooh, that's just...
And speaking of the Scapegoat, it looks like one Voice of the Voiceless is aligning or trying to work on getting a new name signed to him, or a new trademarking of name. He wants to be known as the Black Sheep, officially. Something that's been slightly thrown out there. So we can have the Black Sheep, CM Punk. Maybe WWE can sign the Scapegoats, Jack Perry, and we can relive that history. At least we know in WWE it might not be real glass.
No, he'll get treated like one Daniel Puder, Royal Rumble style.
Well, that's because Daniel Puder screwed him. Daniel Puder screwed himself out of that one long ago. That's why when you're on Tough Enough, you don't try to outshine the pro wrestlers, which I think we have a good friend who knows all about that. Bye-bye, Mr. Miguel. Welcome back.
All right, there we go. Thank you,
welcome.
AT&T. You guys
welcome back. Is there anything else you want to add about New Japan Pro Wrestling? Is there anything else people should be ready for this Tuesday? It's going to be a hot day, because you're going to have your New Japan Pro Wrestling Rebound podcast. We have NXT Roadblock, where we're going to have the the debut of Shawn Spears in NXT, or the returning debut of Ty Dillinger. However you want to look at that, I kind of say it's a debut because we're getting Shawn Spears. We're not getting Ty Dillinger this time. So we're getting somewhat of a different character. It's also the unofficial date. Again, if you pre-ordered WWE 2K24 and bought the Deluxe Edition or WrestleMania Edition, you're going to be able to play that game first, which I hear is going to blow another wrestling game completely out of the water. Somebody needs to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to make
a wrestling video game
Fight Forever feel more important instead of season.
Dare I say, a one-winged angel needs to go rethink that game.
He needs to go rethink his life, his wrestling career, and the direction he's about to head. Because I don't know which. I guess Omega would probably get thrown into a feud with Will Ospreay once he returns.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Mr. Clarke, what do you want to bring to the table today? What special announcements, what news report do you have from the Clarke Report?
Oh, golly. According to a new report by PW Insider Elite, there was so much demand for tickets at MLW Intimidation Games that fans had to be turned away at the door. The event was sold out, which is the first that's ever happened in MLW history. The event took place at Melrose Ballroom in New York on Thursday. MLW was said to be very happy with the news and gives credit to Matt Riddle's star power. Let that sink in. Riddle was also the most over person on the show as he defended the New Japan World Television title against Bad Dude Tito. The report notes that MLW founder Court Bauer has been more focused on booking the inclusion of CMLL star Mystico, who happened to have defeated Rocky Romero for the MLW World Middleweight title at the event. Riddle and the CMML stars were also a part of the Once Upon a Time in New York taping that same day, which airs on YouTube on March 16th. So what this report tells me is MLW knows how to book these people better than AEW, as far as the CMML stars.
That's GCW. That's GCW and OVW and everybody else.
We spoke very high of Bad Dude Tito. I mean, you're coming off looking like a young Scott Norton. That's a beautiful thing.
But hasn't GCW and the ring, OVW and NWA and GCW and every other place out there that might exist and book stuff better than
Enter Indie here?
Exactly. Except the one that we recently seen where they set some guy on a fire and then threw him to a table. That one might not have been the best way to go about that one. Hopefully Tony doesn't see that, because I could see Orange Cassidy being lit on fire and then thrown through something.
No, he just gets thrown in orange juice with Jericho.
At least as bad as that of a gimmick as that was, at least it made sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yep. It's I don't know. It's been an interesting week. Raw it was a decent Raw. I think Raw was probably the winner of this week in wrestling. We got a good solid showing there. We got an angry Cody Rhodes, which excites me to see Cody turn up the juice and now get tired of playing the game, tired of playing the bull. I'm finally just glad to see Cody there. Dynamite, I guess I don't know. People think that stupid match with Orange Cassidy and Nick Wayne was a 5-star classic. I don't know why.
I enjoyed it more than you did, but no 5-star classic.
Have you listened to the other people on the the IWC side of it who have praised this thing? So I mean,
I purposely cannot. There's a lot of opinions out there that I can't agree with, so I don't even read it.
Yeah, no, there's been given a lot of praise. I don't know why. I think this was Nick Wayne's best match, which maybe so, but I mean, I'm just like, I don't know about all this.
So the matches he had with AR Fox were what? Not good in their opinion in comparison?
Just wait, folks. We're gonna get a Mama Wayne on a forklift match. Just wait.
Do not give Tony Khan. Don't give Tony Khan ideas, please. Can you just stop where you are? No, we don't give. They need to get no. Why are you trying?
He's gonna ruin my favorite main eventers. I'm gonna go ahead and give him more bad ideas. Those places that just end already. Damn it.
Yeah. You're going out here on a. Let me just go ahead, Tony. Put her on a forklift. And Nick Wayne's mom.
Who took Guerrera?
AEW files a trademark on AEW Meat Madness and Match Madness. They've gone mad with two more.
What the
AEW Meat Madness and AEW Match Madness. 2 new trademarks.
Yeah, the first one I get, it's gimmicky, but I get it. The second one, just calling it Match Madness, I'm like, what the? Okay. I need that emoji of just nothing but question marks. What? WTF?
Meat Madness. Great. Just great.
I don't know what to say.
Would it make sense if they did keep the name Meat Madness and Butcher and Blade were in that match too?
Okay.
Or at least Butcher.
Who? I don't know. Who? Who are you talking about? Who's the Butcher? Who's the Blade? What relevancy do they have to AEW?
I know.
Weren't they a tag team?
They
at
were
one point.
supposed to be.
It's kind of like
version of Job Squad.
what was
Yeah,
that?
they
They had that one team on Rampage that what was their names? You know, they wear all white. They were really big in Ring of Honor and really special.
Righteous.
And oh yeah, that tag team.
And I was really happy when they first came into AEW / Ring of Honor. And then just to see what's been done with them.
And then Tony Khan gave you a gut punch and broke your heart.
Basically.
See, thanks. See, Mr. Clarke, you understand what I'm going through.
Jeez.
Let's see. Yes, we know.
Aren't we supposed to be excited tonight? You know, Deonna Purrazzo, Tony Storm, Women's World Championship. I'm just like, oh.
Okay. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. Let me go. Instinct. Tell me why.
We should be thrilled. This is Sting's final match, and I'm not. It's not worth it. I don't know.
Tell me why.
I mean, unlike Flair, at least it's for a title. I mean, I don't know. This is me just scraping the damn barrel.
Don't talk about Flair because they'll bring him back out again.
He's gonna be there. He's gonna be out there. He's already gotten involved.
More tonight.
I mean, I've never seen a softer low blow than the one he got on. Ay caramba.
No, that was just the inverted handshake. It wasn't even a blow.
What the?
So you're trying to tell me that Nicholas Buck wanted to give a lower end handshake to the Nature Boy? He wanted to know what it was all about. That he's never seen it live and in person, so he wanted to make sure he got it before it's all gone.
Before Space Mountain closed, huh?
So the speculating news: WWE is erased Brock Lesnar from their wrestling universe somewhat, right? But have not released him from contract. Speculation is to believe that Brock Lesnar has told WWE he wants out. They're not going to use him, and he wants to go somewhere else. Rumors circulating that Tony Khan's willing to sign Brock Lesnar.
What the?
Don't do that.
If WWE, the only reason it seems like right now WWE has to release Brock Lesnar is because of some of the others, because it's Lesnar, but also the fear that he will go to AEW, and rumors are speculating that Tony Khan would be very interested in having conversations with Lesnar.
With all the issues that he's been a part of, is Tony that stupid? I just want to know.
Yes, I believe he is.
I mean,
okay.
Would you not?
That's all I wanted to know.
Would you not pay to see Brock Lesnar take on Will Ocean Spray?
No,
Jeez.
no, he needs to go away. Anyone
Or Brock
involved with
Lesnar
all
versus
that?
Okada?
No.
What?
No,
You
we're
don't
gonna get a
even...
real Meat Madness match. We'll get Wardlow and Brock Lesnar. How about them meets?
And Brock Lesnar won't sell out. Oh, we could get Jon Moxley against Brock Lesnar, and then Brock Lesnar won't sell.
Well, that's a shoot. That ain't no sell.
Damn.
Then Moxley will have to stab Lesnar before that match is over. I'm sure it was something. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Value Wrestling. We thank you for being here. We thank you for joining us as part of the Value Wrestling. This is our weekly roundup, and we do this every week on Sunday at noon. And then I've lost everything on my screen here briefly, so we'll wait for that to come back to life. But yeah, we are always here at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for watching. You're always free to join in the conversations. If you're watching this later, drop your comments below. If you're here now or later, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get that like up, up, up. And we will be back later tonight with your AEW Revolution 2024 post-show review, where we'll break down everything that happened on the show and how we saw what we saw, how we felt about it at the end of the day. That'll be tonight.
Hey,
Quick, go. 5, 4,
I'm
3, 2.
Hey, stop. I totally forgot Shaquille O'Neal was wrestled 3 years ago and disappeared.
Yeah, this is where we originally got Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason we forgot that. I think there's a very valid reason we forgot that, just as much as we got the whole idea that Shaquille O'Neal and Paul White, the Big Show, were supposed to have a match.
don't bring that up. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the hellish hell of tonight. Let's jump into the Revolution card. We're going to start giving our match predictions and tell you what we think is going to happen tonight. And yeah. It's so hard because it's just... Yes, I know. It's so hard to get through that because it's like, I don't know if I want to, because the first thing we're going to talk about is the hour and a half extra pre-show. It's going to start at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, just so you know. So it's an hour and a half for pre-show. And we're going to have 2 matches so far on this pre-show. I'm sure there'll be one more that's probably unannounced with an hour and a half to kill. Tony Khan will try to put everybody on the card. I think back in the day, I mean, this is what we are getting tired of WWE. WWE was giving us 4, 5, 6 hour pay-per-views for every pay-per-view. It was like, it was just too much to get through. Now WWE's smartened up where they're shorter. They're not as long unless they're like the major 4, which is Royal Rumble. And we know WrestleMania is going to be 2 nights and be a big night. And we're more set. WrestleMania needs to be that big night. I can do a 5-hour 2-night event for WrestleMania because you get in the mindset that's what that should be. So, anyways, but tonight we're going to start off with the pre-show, and I know this is Mr. Miguel's favorite match of the night. He can't wait to sit down at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time and see a 12-man tag match featuring Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy, and Mark Quinn, and Satnam Singh, along with Willie Mack, to take on the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, Anthony Bowens, Matt Caster, and Billy Gunn, your AEW Trios champion, and they will be teaming up with Jay White, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn, your Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions. And this 12-man match where no titles on the line, and yes,
there's literally no reason for it.
Exactly. Mr. Clarke, you spoke first, so who do you think is going to win?
They're probably going to continue the reign of the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. Because why else you can have this match if you're not putting those who are allegedly over?
I know a lot of people were predicting that the Bullet Club Gold was going to turn on the Acclaim and everything, but I don't know. After last week when Jay White's like, yes, it's the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, because everybody loves the Acclaimed. I don't know if we're headed that direction now. This thing might be going on for a long while, and it's sad.
Unfortunately.
Mr. Z, your thoughts about this match? Who do you think's going to win?
You didn't see my sign? Why? I don't.
You know what?
I don't care. You ruined everybody.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you who doesn't win this match. The fans.
The fans. Yeah, there you go.
Also on the pre-show, the 0-hour pre-show match, we have Julia Hart teaming up with Sky Blue against Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale for the millionth time in the last year. Any opinions or thoughts on this? I mean, it's just like they feuded these 4 women against,
talent, but we've seen it so much.
Yeah, and it's not doing anything to progress the feud. It's like it doesn't push them into a new direction. Nothing gets added to it. Julia Hart hasn't defended her title barely since she won it. And just, I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah, been here, done that, same shit. Maybe half the...
It's going to be the pretty match.
Stokely might play a role into this again tonight after he tried to help Chris Statlander win on Dynamite, but then she fell to a cold blue because she wouldn't take the chain. I don't know if we're trying to turn Chris Statlander and Will Nightingale into some type of heel or what's going on, but we know Stokely is going to be there. This is getting confusing and getting very, very boring.
It might be funny, at least a little comic relief.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just doesn't advance anything.
Anyway, replace that. Can we replace one of these matches with just Prince Nana dancing for a little bit? At least that would get the fans hyped.
Yeah, that's what they need to open this show with instead of what we're probably going to get the opening of the matches. Beach Madness was canceled due to Keith Lee and Miro not being available to be in the Meat Madness, so they can't slap more big meat and meat slapping meat. We can have all the big boys slapping together. So, anywho, We had to cancel that match and change it up, and now we're going to get Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Lance Archer, which, why are you still in AEW? Go back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Chris Jericho is somehow magical. He gets a spot in this match. Hook, who hasn't, I don't even think Hook's had a singles match since he lost to Joe. I think he's been in all weird types of tags and four-mans and mixed match tags. We get Brian Cage, who is Brian Cage, like, well, I don't even know why I can't tell you why half these people are involved in it. And then they're going to have CMLL's Magnus, not TNA's Magnus, so don't get excited. I know Magnus was a great name in TNA, but no, this is a luchador named Magnus. And Dante Martin. Now, Magnus and Dante Martin both won their respective matches. Magnus beating Matt Sydal, which I think most people could probably beat Matt Sydal with their eyes closed. And Dante Martin somehow pulling the victory out between El Pinta and the Bounty Hunter. Shockingly, I don't think the Bounty Hunter made the card tonight, but he may be the third match. We don't get excited. The Bounty Hunter may be in the pre-show before the night's over. All-Star Scramble. The winner gets a title shot at the World Champion. Gentlemen, your prediction for the winner of this match?
Where'd the ranking system go?
What?
What's the ranking system?
Hey, it's a scramble. Anybody can get into it. Just like it's an open challenge, so anybody can have a title match. You don't even have to win matches like Nick Wayne in 2024, but you can enter yourself into an open challenge. All-Star Scramble, gentlemen, winner.
The right move would be, well, yeah, but the right move would be a Powerhouse Hobbs.
Okay, I'm asking for who the winner is, not the right decision.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Jericho.
I don't know how you even get Jericho in there. Can we all agree it's got to be Wardlow? This is how they're going to put Wardlow into the title picture. I mean,
ignore that. That's what we're trying to do because we already know.
Trash low. Anyways, and then we get another 10th time rematch. We get Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley against FTR because why not?
I thought that was going to be at least on the main card.
It is on the main card. We are on the main card.
Yeah.
I thought we were on the pre-show. My bad.
No. The Meat Madness or the Scramble was the first match on the main card. Now we're on the main card.
The card's so bad. We thought it was the pre-show.
So Claudio and Jon Moxley against FTR. Been there, done that, seen it on a TV show. Why are we getting it on a pay-per-view? God knows why.
Name value. Hopefully attract some fans. It just doesn't attract us who actually watch the show.
It's just going to be a brawling match between all four of these. They're all going to get off a bunch of crazy moves. We're going to have about 20 near falls. It's going to be a 20-minute match that you're going to be so tired out by the end of it that you're going to be like...
It's gonna be a New Japan-esque match with some few that don't know how to work a New Japan style.
From there, the match for Mr. Z, the match he's been waiting for all year. Will Ospreay taking on Take a Shit. Who's the winner here? Does Will Ospreay get a big debut and take down Takeshita, or is Takeshita going to overcome Will Ospreay and continue his heel run? Are we going to see the division of the Don Callis family? Is Will Ospreay going to be leaving the Don Callis family? And what does that mean if he leaves the Don Callis family? Because Kyle Fletcher's unofficially part of the Don Callis family, which Kyle Fletcher is part of Will Ospreay's, whatever their name of this group is.
United Empire.
Yes, there you go. I knew it was United something, but then my mind was still going United Kingdom, and I'm like, or Undisputed Kingdom. But yeah.
We know, okay, Ospreay will win, but there's going to be some kind of hokey bullshit. So
I don't know. I would assume Will Ospreay is going to win. It depends on how he makes his appearance. I don't know. Takeshita could also win this just to keep it going. They could do Will Ospreay dirty here. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one.
Just as long as he doesn't come down, skipping down the aisle, smiling like an Oompa Loompa.
In a green tracksuit, yes. Looking like Star-Lord. Then in the AEW TNT Championship match, Christian Cage with Nick Wayne's mom and Nick Wayne and Killswitch, not the band.
No, that's Killswitch and Gage.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets to take on Dancing Daniel Garcia, the Dancing Queen Daniel Garcia.
Oof.
in a match he didn't really. I don't even know how. The only reason Daniel Garcia is here is because Adam Copeland got injured and he can't compete.
You're telling
Why is it so sad? Why is it so sad that? Why is it so sad? I read these matches and most of them are all just kind of like, yeah, like there's no interest in really predicting the winner. Like if this would be like elimination chamber,
we're gonna get 5 minutes of Garcia dancing for Mama Wayne. I'll tell you that right now.
But I mean, why is it today we're reading these?
Show?
What? I mean, do we not see this? We're sitting here. I read these matches. Your guys' faces are just like, do I really got to do this? Do I really got to sit here and tell you who's going to win this crap? Because I really don't care.
We have to do this for the people because that's what we're here for.
I know, but it's absolutely funny that Elimination Chamber we were excited, but here we are now on March 3rd, and we're like, do we care who wins? Like we all know Daniel Garcia really. But Daniel Garcia hasn't done really anything to be here in the TNT Championship. The TNT Championship.
Yes, he did.
Or the title.
Yes, he did.
Well, he danced and Tony Khan went, oh!
Moment here.
We got it.
That's what Tony Khan did for Daniel Garcia. That's why. Daniel Garcia danced for Tony Khan in a private somewhere,
good Lord.
Somewhere in the VIP section, behind a private curtain. Anywho,
Private party's locker room,
but with the rope too, Anyways, I don't even get why Daniel Garcia is here. I don't know who's really beat to feel like he should be fighting for the TNT Championship. He didn't beat Adam Copeland. The match went to a draw, so it's like who cares? Christian Cage is going to get another win. The TNT Championship has not felt important. Since before World's End, they killed it. Yeah. At World's End, they absolutely killed the title run that Christian had. When he dropped the title to Copeland and then Killswitch came out, gave Christian back the title in 5 seconds, that title run and that whole storyline just died. At least for me. Yeah. I mean, you guys may feel differently, but for me, it's just like at that point, that title died.
No, I'm on the same page with you on this one.
I'm with you on that one.
It's just after they did that shenanigans, you're just kind of like, we went this long with this great story, and Christian felt like one of the best champions on TV, and then it was just like, no, now I don't care. Speaking of other,
Copeland won it, then lost it, and the same night doesn't bother me. It's been after that point. There's been no real build, no nothing.
No, there's been no follow through.
Make it interesting.
Well, it was just lackluster, and the fact of the matter that Killswitch immediately gave it back to Chris. It just was cheesy. It was like you put it on for 5 seconds and then did this. I'm just like, I'm done with it. And no, there hasn't been any follow through. Just like the other big event that happened at World's End, the night that crowned a champion, the night that felt special, a tournament that was put together that went over a whole month, that people were hyping up and saying was the greatest tournament in professional wrestling. That AEW was finally on their. All the great stories that were coming out of it, that this story was amazing, the tournament was amazing, one of the best things AEW ever brought us. And we've got Eddie Kingston crowned as the AEW Continental Crown Champion. He's the Ring of Honor World Champion. He's New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight.
Strong. Yeah. Strong champ. Yeah.
And now the AEW Continental Crown Champion. He's the first Triple Crown in American history in many, many years. He's the first Triple Crown of AEW. Big deal, right? And we run into 2024, and Eddie Kingston's defended his title in more independent places and on more New Japan program shows than anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And the title feels no value, not important. And we're rehashing him versus Bryan Danielson for the 18th time. Why are some of these matches feeling like recaps? Like, I don't have anything new to
stories? You want stories made? I believe the Elimination Chamber. One match created many stories. This, not so much.
But anywho, we got Eddie Kingston versus Bryan Danielson again.
Danielson going over.
I don't know. I think Eddie's going to win just because Eddie got punked out by Bryan on Dynamite. That chokeout or collision the week before. I don't know.
Who watches Collision?
About 200,000 people.
Oh, okay. I just thought of that.
Technically, the rumors say that Shawn Spears on NXT got more viewers than the debut of Will Ospreay on AEW TV.
Good for him. Good for him. Attaboy, Spears. Attaboy.
And of course,
that's how you present a wrestler.
Of course, we have the AEW International Championship match. Tony Khan's favorite toy and favorite puppet, Orange Cassidy, will defend his title against Roderick Strong of the Undisputed Kingdom.
Orange.
I'm assuming Roderick Strong's probably going to take this title just to help rebuild the Undisputed Kingdom. Since they're supposed to win all the titles and don't have anybody winning anything, and then they have Matt Taven and Mike Bennett still running around like the goofballs. That just disappoint me. And then they get T-shirts that are out here that say "Punch them in the balls." Power Driver is a shirt that AEW is now selling.
Like Super Dick Party?
Yeah. Now they have a T-shirt that says "Punch them in the balls." Power Driver. Anyways, okay. I don't even care about this match because I'm tired of seeing Orange Cassidy, and the Roderick Strong character still sucks. Like, they gave us this Undisputed Kingdom. It felt, okay in the beginning, and then we got into 2024, and the whole thing's just like, okay, Pinnacle 2.0, great. When is this going to fail?
Yeah. The sad part is, Roderick Strong was recently on the Chris Van Vliet, podcast, and Chris Van Vliet's basically putting him over like this is like his best character ever. I'm like going, now if we got OG or Ring of Honor Roderick Strong, hell, if we even got NXT Roderick Strong, I'd be down. But what we've gotten on AEW TV, I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's probably more character work than he's really done in his career. Doesn't mean it's good though.
No.
It's ran its course.
No.
And I don't understand the people who like it.
I don't.
It was funny for a couple of seconds, and then
he killed that whole story forever.
Yeah.
Anyways, the match of the night for Mr. Clarke. The AEW Women's Championship is on the line as Toni Storm, the Timeless One, will take on Deonna Purrazzo. And this match sucks too because they've just kind of given us crappy storyline and just
a lot of black and white.
I don't even know why Deonna Purrazzo is facing Toni Storm. Like, they have done nothing to make her feel impactful or even in the position that she deserves to be in this match, other than she's a new babyface that comes with a lot of hype from TNA. And Mr. Clarke knows I don't say this to be mean to her. It's not about her. It's just the way they present her on AEW TV.
I blame Tony Khan.
See, Tony hurts us all. He hurts us all.
And then what might be the main event, I don't know. Should be the main event, but we have the AEW Tag Team Championships on the line in a tornado tag match. It is Sting's last match. Sting and Darby Allin defending the titles against Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the Young Bucks, the EVPs, the Tampon Bucks, as we have dubbed them. Nobody seems, yes, there's an audience that cares about him, but some of us just don't have a care, and I don't even care about this match anymore. And again, I was never excited to see these guys. I'm like, Sting should be facing Darby Allin on a one-on-one match. Sting and Darby Allin should be facing somebody that, they can at least elevate as they leave, not the Young Bucks. And I don't know why everybody thinks
just Sting Darby Allin, so Darby Allin gets the rub.
I don't know why everybody thinks this is the best work the Young Bucks have ever done.
Who?
Apparently, they never watched New Japan.
Who says that?
Well, there's a guy from New York that says this is the best work they've ever done. There's other people that echo this sentiment that this is the best work that they've ever done. And I'm like, I don't know what work they're doing. They're boring. They're not.
That New York guy is probably sniffing that James Mitchell powder.
I think he's doing the one thing he does protest about too much, that he's over there with Tony Khan going, oh.
Oh, and we can't forget the EVPs had probably hurt Dave Meltzer's feelings. So we'll see how bad he trashes this match.
No, he's over there still on that Kool-Aid too.
Oh, I thought they hurt his feelings because they renamed their finisher.
I'm sure by the end of the night he'll be giving this a 5-star match. It was the best thing ever. It's the best thing match we've ever seen in our entire lives. I just hope Sting doesn't walk out of it dead.
Yeah, we don't need like an interpretation of the wrestler.
I know.
No.
We might lose Ric Flair. We might lose Ric Flair and Sting tonight in the same match. Isn't that insane?
Oh no.
Ric Flair, I guarantee you, the only thing I can guarantee you about this match, Ric Flair is going to get involved in some way. Hopefully we don't see the horribility that we saw on Dynamite, because that was horrible. I mean, I think Veronica could probably give better chops than Ric Flair did on that night.
That part that's probably true.
I mean, I don't know who could be worse. I mean, I think a baby could probably get better chops than Ric Flair on that night. But hey, anyways,
probably do better than that.
Anyways, moving along to the world title match, Samoa Joe defending the title against Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland in the match that I don't think I want to say the people that I think don't give a crap about. I guess there's people out here who think Hangman's doing great stuff. Swerve Strickland is hotter than ever, and I'm just like, Hangman's only there to lose the match. Hangman's going to take the pin. That's all I can tell you. How it's going to go, I don't know. I think Joe is being used as a transitional champion. I think it's going to Swerve. And I wish Swerve the best, and I think Swerve definitely deserves it, but I think this title sucks. It has no meaning. None of these titles have meaning anymore. How did we come out of ending of last year, towards the ending of last year, when these titles felt important somewhat? I mean, the TNT title felt important. The AEW around MJF felt important. The tag team titles were kind of there. Ricky Starks and Big Bill kind of felt... What happened to Ricky Starks and Big Bill, by the way? They lose their titles and just drop off the face of the earth? Hoping Ricky Starks is signing that WWE contract.
Mm-hmm. Now, even if it's only just the NXT, that would be a step up than what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the year, this all felt more important. And now we're in 2024, and it all just sucks. And Tony Khan proclaims that this is the best AEW's ever done.
Keep telling he's on that James Mitchell powder.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, brother.
It is just truly, I don't know. I don't know how some people can see this as great. And I look at it and I just go, the in-ring work is okay in some of these matches. I know FTR and the Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley are great talent in the rings. But also when they're just out there beating each other against the chest, chop, 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 it's just like, it's the same thing over and over. They're not expanding. And it's more brawling than wrestling. And I'm like, these guys got more talent than they show here. It's like, I guess WWE's got talent. It's got producers. These producers sitting with these guys, and they all work together to produce a match. In AEW, I don't ever hear anything about a producer. So I don't know. Tony just tells these guys, go wrestle, and these guys go out here and set up a match, or if they just call it hot shot in the ring, or what, or where do these guys think this is good wrestling all the time, to be so similar. And this is why I get tired of the Young Bucks, because if you watch Young Bucks matches in AEW, they're pretty much the same. Everybody gets in big moves, everybody flippity-floppy, we get about 10 big triggers, a couple Meltzer TK drivers. Tell me what I'm telling lies. That they let the other guys get their moves in, but then they get all their moves in, and it goes on for way too long, and they have 13,000 near falls. And by the time of it, you're just like, and not tired in a good way. Not tired that you're excited for what you see. You're just kind of like, okay. Now, it used to be better in the beginning. It wasn't so bad, but it's just become a stagnant thing. And AEW doesn't seem to make any talent. Yes, Swerve seems to be on a hot streak, but I don't know if you can say AEW made a Swerve. AEW...
No, he did that himself.
That's where I get stuck. It's like AEW brought us MJF, yes, but I think MJF made himself more than AEW did anything. It's also because AEW doesn't get behind these guys. They don't create video packages. They don't tell a story. They don't give vignettes. They don't give enough to get you excited. It's like, go out in the ring and do it. And it's great, but it's like, for a wrestling company, it's not going to last in this idea of just like, go out there and do it.
Yeah.
And then you have guys like Sammy Guevara breaking Jeff Hardy's nose because you don't put any precautions, or like, hey, may not be a good idea. Or letting Sting jump off second balconies where he could possibly get hurt, and that's what worries me about tonight. I'm like, what is going to happen with Sting? What is he going to do? Insane. We know it's a tornado tag match, probably no rules. Even if there are rules, the referees in AEW suck so bad that they can't control the wrestlers that it is just going to fall apart anyways. I mean, I know wrestling and referees can be dumb and bad, but AEW makes referees look like trash. I don't even know why you have referees in the ring in AEW.
Just to count 3, brother. Just to count the 3.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, they're referees. I mean, every time you see a match that falls apart, the referee's just standing there like, you're like, shouldn't you be breaking this up? At least,
No, you got Aubrey with the facial expressions. That's what
Aubrey's more worried about becoming a wrestler than being a referee, as far as I'm concerned. Of course, I guess they dropped the story where wasn't she trying to feud with Karen Jarrett and have a feud? They were talking about her having a match. There was a time that Aubrey Edwards was looking at.
But that was a short, brief point. It's not like that's what she's dominantly doing in her.
I know, but there was a time that looked like she was going to get in ring, and there's been conversations where she said she'd like to, but it never folded out. So,
yeah.
The highlight of this week was Monday Night Raw, when Cody Rhodes had to beat up 3 ex-NYPD officers. And ladies and gentlemen, or not 3 ex, they were our 3 NYPD officers on suspension.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm losing all my earpieces. They are 3 NYPD officers who are on suspension. That's right. And so we may be very lucky very soon here, within the next couple of weeks, to get to interview one of those suspended NYPD officers and find out why they were suspended.
Just so you know, he's already on a record says he can't talk about it.
Well, this is the value of wrestling, and we are journalists, and we're going to ask the hard questions. And you can believe we're going to investigate and see if we can't get to the bottom of it. If you can't answer questions, that's fine.
I don't know if I'm going to go out there on record and say we're journalists. We are podcasters, and we will ask the hard questions.
Yes.
A lot of that's being facetious and just playing along with the storyline, okay? I'm saying it because, hey, I can. We're going to ask the true journalistic questions.
A precedence in WWE talking about broadcast journalism.
I know. I'd be totally facetious, but yes, when this suspended New York police officer gets here to interview, we will definitely dig. We will ask that question. What did you do? If he doesn't answer, I don't know what to tell you. But we're going to talk about a lot of things real soon. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited. I know Mr. Z's excited. Even Mr. Clarke's excited. But it's going to be a damn good show once we get that on. And that's gentlemen. It is that time. It is that moment. We need to wrap up this show because we got about 2.5 hours before hell breaks loose. I mean, AEW Revolution starts. My bad.
Same difference.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world. Never mind. Sorry. What? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hand. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Thank you, Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. What?
Wipe your nose.
If you're happy and you know it, then keep your nose really clean. If you're happy and you know it, wipe your nose. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he doesn't swab for COVID-19. He swabs for other reasons.
Gentlemen, do you have anything in closing, any final statements, anything that you want to say before we say farewell for a little while?
Tonight.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. Back again.
Yeah.
The crew will be back. Better than.
Yeah, call your friends because they'll want to see this.
Oh, make sure you call your friends. Let everybody know that loves the world of professional wrestling, whether it's family, friends, associates. Let them know that the Value Wrestling is going to be here to talk about AEW Revolution our way, because we do it our way, and our way is the way. And we're just going to tell you like we see it. Now, all these other sissy knockers can come out here and act like they're big bad and tell you the truth and never tell you a lie. Cancel my mic, but they can act like they yeah.
Our way or the highway.
They can come out here and act like they're telling you the truth and they're keeping it real, but I'm telling you it. So, anyways, don't worry about the scrum. There won't be anything important on there. I can guarantee you there won't be any street fights on the scrum tonight. There won't be anybody eating cupcakes, tearing up the EVPs. Of course, if Sting starts eating cupcakes and talking about how bad the EVPs are, then I might be like, but heck. Gentlemen,
or pickles.
Let's start with Mr. Z. What are your final statements for tonight? What are you most excited to watch for tonight?
I should be excited to see Osprey in the ring, but yeah, no. Mm-mm. But I am. Hopefully, Sting makes it out the way he went in, walking. It doesn't get seriously hurt.
Mr. Clarke, your final thoughts.
Despite the poor build, I'm still looking forward to Wifey to seeing a showcase. I don't expect Deanna to come out with the women's title, but a showcase at least against Timeless Tony Storm.
You know what I'm most
And then
excited
I'm
Watch
so
out with the
interested-
belt. We'll see Mr. Clarke here on air with a cigar in his mouth.
I don't know about I don't know if she wins the belt tonight. I don't know if that's necessarily true just because it hasn't been built to where it's like that great. I mean, he'll be happy for Wifey. Yes, I get that, but I don't know if it would go that far. I mean, even her winning this match, you're just kind of like, yay, okay, cool.
And I'm still interested on, even though we kind of all believe the same thing about Samoa Joe being a transitional champion tonight, I still want to see how it happens.
Yeah.
There we go.
Even if the idea of Hangman taking the pin, that's fine.
Yeah.
Who does it and how?
You want to
Still
know?
kind of interested in that. So I'm trying to take that little bit of Tony Khan does and say, let's go.
You want to know what I'm most
I try to have
excited
a little bit
about?
of optimism.
You want to know what I'm most excited about tonight? What I'm most excited about is when that show comes to an end and we see that copyright logo.
Jeez.
That'll be the
It's
moment for
over.
me. Yes. This will be over. I can come in here and I can talk about it.
All right, folks, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Value of Wrestling. This has been your weekly roundup. We thank you for joining us now, later, whenever you're watching us. Make sure you hit that like button, get the thumbs up, get us out in the algorithm. I hope I'm not right. Let me look over here. Okay, we have 3 likes. And somebody just left. So we had 4 current viewers. They left. They know I'm saying goodbye. Sad day. Anywho, we thank you for being here. We thank you for taking part of the Value of Wrestling. We thank you for joining us. Please come back later tonight for AEW Revolution Post Show, where we're going to break down everything that happened on AEW, whether you like it or not. Join us. Join in the conversation. Join along for the fun. Find out what we think. Other than that, make sure you ring that bell for notifications so you know when we do go live, when we have any new content coming up on the channel. Of course, it'll be another week of great wrestling. We were going to roll into Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, which should be hot. We're going to get to hear what Cody and Seth have to say to respond to The Rock and Roman to their challenge at WrestleMania at Night 1. And then, of course, we know on SmackDown, for the next 2 SmackDowns, we have The Rock there. They are sold out in the next stop along the path that I can't remember. And they look like they're going to be sold out in Memphis. Something Tony Khan's probably a little jealous of, selling out an arena. Dynamite, I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have the fallout of Revolution. Of course, it says that Okada should be appearing on the March 6th Dynamite show. So Okada may be making his official AEW All Elite debut as a member of the All Elite roster. Yeah. Now we're just waiting for other names like Atama Tonga and Jacob Fatu to show up on WWE. Giselle's name is still out there, and Camilla's name is still seeming to be out there, floating around, possibly joining WWE. We'll have to wait and see.
Mills had talks with Shawn Michaels.
Apparently, yes, and good talks from what the world is saying. But let's wrap this up. Let's say good night, or say good afternoon, whatever you want to say it is, depending on where you are in the world. It could be good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, just in case we don't see you. But make sure you're back here for our AEW Pro Show Revolution, where we're going to break it all down for you right here on the Value of Wrestling. Say bye, gentlemen.
See you later.
Bye, gentlemen.